I'm Private Sean Rogowski from Brandon, Manitoba. I am an airborne electronic sensor operator on the CP-140 Aurora, posted to CFB Greenwood.
And I'm Corporal Tanya Carr from London, Ontario. I'm an airborne electronic sensor operator currently posted to 443 Squadron, Victoria, British Columbia. In the Royal Canadian Air Force, Airborne Electronic Sensor Operators, or ASOPs, are the experts with the skills and the training to locate, identify, and attack hostile submarines, detect border intruders, maritime polluters, and unauthorized vessels, and isolate any other threat to our coastlines and our country, on the ocean surface, under it, and overland in multiple theaters of operation. The job itself is sensor operations. That's the base, that's the core of what we do. So with the sensors comes radar operation, sonar operation, forward-looking infrared cameras, even just digital cameras, video recorders, any kind of sensor that an aircraft has, we're employed with them.
We fly on the CP-140 Aurora, the CH-124 Sea King, as well as do UAV duties. We support many government agencies in search and rescue, drug interdiction, and all sorts of surface patrols. And we're the first line that gathers of information. On the CP-140 Aurora, we operate the radar, electro-optical infrared camera, the magnetic anomaly detector, electronic support measures, as well as do ordnance duties in the aircraft. And we also have two acousticians that sit and work all the acoustic sensors.
What the ASOP does on board the Sea King helicopter specifically is sensor employment. So we'll manipulate the radar, we'll manipulate the sonar, we'll manipulate the forward-looking infrared to get the best tactical information to pass on to our tactical director. So we work as a very close team with not only the pilots, but specifically the tactical officer, and feed him the information he needs to keep his focus on the bigger picture of what's happening.
Whether it's an unlicensed dragger off the Grand Banks or a foreign sub up in the Northwest Passage, it's the ASOP's job to help find it and spread the word to the proper air, land, and sea authorities to take care of the problem. And if called upon, we can even handle the problem ourselves, launching anti-submarine torpedoes directly from our aircraft.
We're also able to support and assist search and rescue operations by dropping vital survival gear to those in need, whether it be in the ocean or up in the far north. We can do this day or night and then maintain an overwatch presence until help arrives.
Put it all together, and being an airborne electronic sensor operator is one of the best hands-on, high-tech jobs in the Air Force. My favorite mission is the one that I get to go flying on. There's so many tools that we can use. It's very dynamic, and every mission's different, so it keeps things very interesting every time.
The best part of the job, it's kind of hard to pin down just one thing because everything I do is kind of exciting, and you know, I'm kind of an average girl doing a really unaverage job. I like to say my office is the back door of a Sea King helicopter.
You get to see quite a lot of the world doing this job. In the last year, I have been to El Salvador, down south in Florida. I've been to Sicily and Italy, the United Kingdom, and almost all over Canada, from Nova Scotia to BC to all the way up north in the Yukon and Northwest Territories. It's a lot more than I ever expected this job would be.
Pilot radar, turn right, heading 160.
After your basic military and Air Force training, ASOP candidates move to 17 Wing Winnipeg for 8 weeks of classroom and simulator work on basic sensor operation and theory.
That first phase lasts about 2 months. When that's done, you're ready to go flying. The 16-week course, also held at 17 Wing, puts you aboard the CT-142, our advanced airborne sensor trainer. You'll put your theoretical knowledge to the test in the real world in real time, detecting and identifying ships, submarines, and aircraft, mastering radar, infrared, and magnetic anomaly equipment, and getting used to keeping sharp and working under pressure on long-duration flights.
When you complete your ground and air courses at Winnipeg, you'll move on to Nova Scotia for 24 weeks of airframe-specific operational training on helicopters at 12-wing Shearwater or fixed-wing aircraft at 14-wing Greenwood. In total, that's nearly a year of intensive hands-on training for one of the most challenging trades in the Air Force.
Your first posting will be to a wing on the east or west coast, depending on the aircraft you're assigned to. In addition to patrols and search and rescue missions along our coastlines in the east and west, there are training and operational assignments in the Arctic and mid-ocean, joint exercises with allied navies and air forces, and deployments anywhere in the world that your skills are needed to serve Canada's national interests. My first day at 405 Squadron, once I completed my training, I showed up. I was introduced to the crew that I was on. Within an hour after that, we were sent home for a crew rest period because we were flying an operational mission that night in support of the RCMP on a suspected drug smuggling vessel. It was really great. Our leads took care of me, told me what I needed to do, where I needed to be at the time. And once we were on the aircraft, it was second nature doing what I had to do. 2 miles, stand by on top.
Roger.
When you first start, it's this big, huge helicopter, and you just don't feel like you're going to be able to figure everything out. And over time, you get more comfortable, you get more confident, and it kind of takes the wow out of it and kind of just makes it more of, I know what I'm doing, and I'm good at what I'm doing.
Steady back, now raising.
Being a Sea King ASOP is kind of a really unique opportunity. There's nothing like it. It's a utility helicopter, so I'm not just doing the job of an ASOP. I'm doing whatever needs to be done. Operating the hoist, dipping the sonar, to me, that's where the fun comes from, is being able to kind of do those extra things.
I wanted something different, something that would always remain interesting. My previous career, I was a computer technician. I found myself in a rut, essentially getting bored of the same job after 2-3 years. And as long as I've been in here now, I have not lost interest in this job at all. And I'm always looking forward to what's coming next.